in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. God, I know I'm one. Taylor, she sewed my new blue jeans. So today I want to talk about the House of the Rising Sun. Why am I playing the House of the Rising Sun at the beginning of this episode? Well, the reason I'm playing the House of the Rising Sun at the beginning of this episode is because in episode 22, in trick 22, I talked about the major scale. And I suggested that we're going to look at ways to learn the location of notes without studying a bunch of scales and doing a bunch of boring drills. And the secret is that that's exactly what we're going to do. And the way that we're going to do it is by learning songs. Okay? I'm not a big proponent of scale practice and drills. It's boring, it's hard to stay focused, it takes a long time. But if you're learning where the notes are in the song that you're playing, and you're learning how to use the notes of the major scale in the context of songs that you're playing, then you're much more likely to remember what you're learning. You're not going to necessarily learn things in a systematic approach in the same way that you would from drilling scales. But in my experience, you're going to learn the same material that you need to learn in a much more fun way, or you can if you go through it properly. So that's where we're going to go with learning where the major scale is we're going to play something called arpeggios. Arpeggios are just the notes of a chord played one at a time. So in the House of the Rising Sun, when I'm playing, I'm not really playing the strummed chord, I'm playing the individual notes. And when we do that, when we play the individual notes one at a time, we call that arpeggiation. So what we're doing is we're playing the notes of a chord one at a time. And truly, arpeggiation can really be taken to mean playing all the notes of a chord or just a few of the notes of a chord. The concept of playing the notes of a chord or using arpeggios is so central to the structure of music and our understanding of harmony, and can even be used as a tool, as I will show you, for learning where the notes are on the neck and where the notes of the major scale are, and for understanding the notes of the major scale without having to practice the major scale. So this concept of arpeggios, or playing the notes of a chord one at a time, or some of the notes of a chord one at a time, is a very, very important concept. I'm not going to get into a detailed analysis of it today. I just wanted to introduce the idea to you. Okay? So that's all I wanted to cover for today, is this concept of arpeggiation, or playing some notes from a chord one at a time. As we do in House of the Rising Sun, and many, many other songs use some variant of arpeggiation as their central structure. Almost all songs use an understanding of arpeggios and the relationship of the notes in the chords to the notes in the melody. A really strong connection between the notes you're singing, the notes you're playing, the chords you're playing on the guitar. And so that's why we're going to use that as a vehicle for learning more about where the major scale is and how to understand the chords in our songs. I hope that you're enjoying the hand magic tricks. I know this is a very brief one today, but I will carry on with this theme and show some more practical examples. And I am going to show you the picking pattern for this in the close-up. So this is the close-up shot that I want to do for House of the Rising Sun. And the picking pattern, I'm just holding down, you can't see my left hand, my fretting hand, but I'm just holding down an A minor chord. So what I'm doing is I'm playing the bass note, the A string, and then I'm playing the next three strings, D, G, and B, and we're playing them in what we call a triplet time. So a triplet time is da-da-da, or one is a. So I'm going one is a, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm playing 1 is on the A string. Then I'm playing 1 is a just by bumping over the strings, as if you're sliding down the stairs on your behind. That's how we do this kind. This is called a sweep pick. Sweep, like sweeping the floor. When we press sweep down like this and we bump over each string, we call that sweeping. So I'm going, and then I'm just coming up the string, starting on the E string, 1, 2, 3 on E, B, and G. If I put that together, I go bump on the A, a triplet on D, G, and B, and then I come up in regular eighth note timing on E, B, and G, coming back upwards. And strictly speaking, you could call that a rake, because I'm just sweeping the pick, raking the pick up this way. I'm kind of bumping up the stairs on my behind there. Okay, and so when we put that together, it becomes this. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. So if you're having fun, please click on my little circular head that will pop up on the screen somewhere over in this zone, I guess, and or watch more of the videos, help yourself, and please feel free to comment or send me an email if you want to get in touch, if you have any questions, or if you want to arrange a one-on-one Skype session. So have fun, practice lots. I'll talk to you soon.